Anyway, I know I took a break. I wanted these would have to be every Monday, or not every Monday, every Wednesday. But I did take a break. I did take a break. So this is coming probably on the 24th. Okay, okay. But this video is probably out by the 24th. I know. But anyway, without further ado, let's get back into it. Basically, Dexter is in the swamp. He looks up, right? He looks up and he sees Superman there, bro. Superman's mad, bro. Superman's mad because he just found out that like another Kryptonian, bro. We dealt with Zod. We dealt with Zod. Had to teach Supergirl how to use her powers and all of this, right? So Superman is probably just a little irritated that another Kryptonian, bro. Another one, right? Anyway, so yeah, and so Dexter just looks up. He doesn't know how to use his powers right now, so he just looks up and he just lays, right? He just lays it, like to the sky, right? Superman moves out the way and literally just, I guess, hold Dexter down, right? But yeah, basically him and Dexter just throwing hands. Right? Them two is just throwing hands, until eventually until Superman's able to restrain Dexter. And after restraining him, he tells that he's gonna take him to the Fortress of Solitude and just keep him there, like as a personal prison, instead of letting Batman lock him up or something like that. So yeah, so Superman and Supergirl take Dexter to the Fortress of Solitude. You're probably like wondering why Supergirl is there. She arrives there while Superman is like restraining Dexter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they take him to the Fortress of Solitude, and when they do though, Dexter is smart. You know what I'm saying? He's smart, bro. He surrenders because he doesn't know how to use his abilities yet. So he watches as Superman flies off, because they take turns, right? Superman and Supergirl take turns being, I guess, the guard of Dexter, right? They made his own cell for him. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, so yeah, they take turns watching over him, and this whole time, Dexter just meditates, bro. He's not really meditating, but like, you know what I'm saying? He's like in a position of like where you just meditating, but in reality, he's watching them fly off, seeing how they fly off. He's paying very much attention on how they use their abilities while they leave the Fortress of Solitude. And so while he's there, chilling, basically, planning an escape, we got Batman. He contacts Superman and the Justice League. They have this big meeting about Dexter. Like, what do we do with this dude? You know what I'm saying? He's obviously a threat. You know what I'm saying? So what do we do about him? Batman. Well, I got a couple kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? Red sun lasers. You know what I'm saying? We can just trap him in prison, in like that prison, right? And most of the Justice League agrees with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, lock him up, bro. He's obviously a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? And he's a Kryptonian too. Like, this is two dangerous things. And I think some people of the Justice League be like, nah, let him free. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's a murderer, but he murders only bad people. You know what I'm saying? He only murders bad people, and the ones that says this is like the anti-heroes. You know what I'm saying? The heroes that ain't afraid to cross the line. You feel me? So as they having this meeting, Dexter is studying his cell. He's figuring out how it works, and he's also figuring out how to use his abilities, right? And so when a big crisis happens, right, or problem happens where it needs all of the heroes on Earth to actually fight, whether it's the dark side, whoever, right? I'll let y'all pick, right? Dexter finds this as the perfect way to, like, okay, this is the time. They're all the way from this base or Fortress of Solitude. They're away. So it's time to break out. So he breaks free. He breaks free because he figures out a little mistake is in his cell, and he just breaks out. But this time he knows he can't go back to Miami because, of course, they're gonna think, oh, he's the Bay Harbor Butcher. He's from Miami. Obviously, the Justice League is going to Miami, right? to once they're done, right? So he doesn't go to Miami. There's many places on Earth he can go to, deal with his urges. At the same time, it's still, like, in his code, right? So he goes straight to Gotham, right? You know what I'm saying? Best place. He also goes to Gotham because he sees it as, very the worst place that needs his attention is Gotham. So he goes to Gotham, right? And when he goes to Gotham, he's not just doing what he usually does. He's like, he upgrades, he evolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still got his code. You know what I'm saying? But when I say he evolves, he now uses his powers. He doesn't need a knife when he has super strength. He doesn't need to chop up the body and throw it in, like, the ocean, when he literally can laser vision it all to, like, ash and then put it in, like, a bag and just throw it, you know what I'm saying, to sea or something. Right? He doesn't need to do or take longer when he was just a regular person now, because now he has powers, which also means he doesn't have to take longer to take down people with powers either. He doesn't have to figure it out anymore. He just uses his own powers. So this time he becomes more dangerous and more sharper, bro. He's faster. He's taking out people faster. He's taking out, like, people with, like, superpowers. He's doing all of this in Gotham at, like, a alarming rate at this point, right? Back to the Justice League after they take down whatever crisis and handle whatever crisis there was. Superman and Supergirl figures out that Dexter is not in his cell. He has escaped. So they all come up with a plan. Some go to Miami, check if he's there. Some goes to, Gotham, see if he's over there, because Gotham has a bunch of criminals. So, of course, knowing Dexter's code, it's the perfect place for him, right? So some go there, but some also go all over the place looking for him, all over the world looking for him, because, where else would he be? And as they're looking for him, Batman calls a big meeting again, or I guess on comms, and tell all the heroes that, look, I have a plan. It's a crazy plan, but I have a plan. You know how Dexter, his code, he basically uses Dexter code against who is the perfect person that perfectly matches Dexter's code. So Batman uses his own villain catalog to lead or to capture Dexter. For example, he goes and get the Joker. Now, the Joker doesn't know he's being used right now. He's still doing his villain stuff, bro. But Batman is using uh Joker and his gang to basically draw out Dexter. Cause Dexter's doing this fast, but he also, you know what I'm saying? He laying low, bro. He ain't trying to get He ain't trying to get caught, especially from Batman again, bro. He knows Batman is smart. You feel me? So yeah. And so after Dexter does his, stalking that he does, he knows Joker, right? He basically finds Joker, and he's about to take Joker, right? You know what I'm saying? Take Joker to his new base, right? Where he takes all the criminals and does his ritual, but I guess faster. But before he can, Superman is there. So they fight again. You know what I'm saying? But this time, Dexter kind of knows how to use his abilities now. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't losing like he easily lost last time. You know what I'm saying? But he also, you know what I'm saying? They throwing hands, but Batman's there. So he trying to jump in too with kryptonite, which hurts both Superman and Dexter. But Superman is fine with this as long as he, you know what I'm saying, as long as he takes down Dexter, right? So they throwing them again. They throwing them hands again. And Dexter, he's not trying to lose, bro. He's not trying to get caught again, bro. So I guess he just uses all the strength he has left, as mostly he's getting weaker because of kryptonite. Look, bro. Batman always carries kryptonite, bro. I don't even know how is Batman don't get cancer from like keep holding kryptonite. Like, isn't that how like Lex Luthor lost his hair, right? Okay, my bad. That was a sidetrack. My bad. Anyway, back to the story, right? So yeah, Dexter flies off. Now I will stop real quick. Usually in the original script of this, he actually got caught, but I don't want this video to be longer, so we're gonna skip to where he escaped, because I had a whole script where he got caught and then he escaped one last time and stuff like that, right? So in this, he doesn't really get caught this time. He just goes to the next bit of the script, I guess. So let's get back into the story, shall we? Okay, so he flies off straight to space, not straight to space, but like atmosphere wise, and goes straight searching the world for more criminals. And he's trying to get rid of them fast before he gets caught, you know what I'm saying? Because he almost got caught right then and there, right? But this time, the news from all over the world is picking up that a guy that moves as fast as Superman is taking out criminals left and right. and before, like, usually Dexter wouldn't want all this attention, but he doesn't care at this point. He's trying to do whatever he can before he gets caught. So he moves in front of one of the news camera people, and he just be like, Superman and Batman, I get that they're heroes, but their whole philosophy sucks, and all of their villains, I am going to stop them. I'm going to find their base, and I'm going to stop them before I be stopped, right? And he just flies off again. And as he flies off, he really does search for the other villains, right? Till eventually he finds the Legion of Doom hideout. And when he finds it, he goes straight to them, bro. He goes straight to them. Like, I mean, he breaks in, you know what I'm saying? he breaks in, you know what I'm saying? And when he does that, the league is like, or when I say the league now, I mean when I say the league, I mean the League of Doom. You know what I'm saying? The Legion of Doom. That's what I mean when I say the league. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. So he finds their base. He crashes in. You know what I'm saying? He crashes in, and he's like, you know how Superman have like his eyes red and stuff like that, but he doesn't shoot laser vision yet. Yeah, that's how he's like, bro. And he just says, basically, all are criminals. I'm simply gonna get rid of you before you can do more bad to society or to the world, right? But Lex Luthor is there, and Lex Luthor is studying him like, okay, this is another Kryptonian. Maybe I can get him on my side, right? But he kind of knows. No, he just said he wants to murder us. So instead, he calls Superboy there. And so Super Dexter and Superboy be throwing hands. That's it. They throw hands, but because Dexter is stronger than Superboy, and the only reason I'm saying he's stronger is because Superboy isn't fully Kryptonian. That's the only reason he loses in this fight. Okay, for those that favorite character is is Superboy. Okay, so yeah. Um, so as he lost this battle, he does Dexter doesn't kill Superboy because Superboy doesn't commit any, like, you know what I'm saying, crime. But he does. Dexter does kill Lex Luthor though. He does kill Lex Luthor, and as he kills Lex Luthor, that's when the Justice League finally caught up to Dexter and sees that, and all of them are now thinking, yeah, we gotta stop him. We gotta stop him. And so as they stops him, as they stop him, they all of them like double team him. Like like he's getting jumped, bro. Okay, Dexter is getting jumped. Alright, bro's getting jumped. But as he's getting jumped, or no, not as he's getting jumped. He does get jumped, but as they like hold him down, Batman finally just says, "We gotta throw him into the Phantom Zone, bro. We gotta throw him into the Phantom Zone." You know what I'm saying? And that's why Batman brought along the what's the device they use for, like, so they can shoot the portal to make the Phantom Zone appear? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, for comic fans, y'all know what I'm saying, right? Y'all. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay, okay. And if y'all wondering why I speed this up, is because I don't want this to be a long. You know what I'm saying? It's already like what 20 minutes. I don't want this to be a long what if. So, but we could like continue it. Who knows, right? All right, let's keep it going. Um, so at that moment when they finna throw him in there, Debra from like Debra Morgan, she's there. She's there. Why is she there? She literally seen on the news that bro was after them, or after the Legion of Doom, and because of that, she kind of follows the Justice League. Not really. Kind of does her own investigation, I guess. And that's how she goes there. And she tries to tell them, "Yo, chill, da da da. We know that he's bad, but he's not really bad. He only taking out terrible people, unlike y'all." But you know, she's basically trying to argue and save her brother, right? But they're not listening, bro. They're not listening. Green Lantern constructs like um something to just keep her away, you know what I'm saying? From getting in the way of them throwing Dexter in the Phantom Zone. So as they throw him in the Phantom Zone, and Debra sees that, and she couldn't help or anything, she goes to leave to New York with what's Dexter's son name? Harry, right? Right. Yeah, okay. She takes his son uh to New York. That's where they go. Okay. Dexter goes through the Phantom Zone. You know what I'm saying? And as he's in the Phantom Zone, lost, and all he can hear is literally, I don't. Is the Dark Passenger just urges to him? I like I said before, I don't know the books. I don't know the book, so we just gonna keep it as his urges, right? So he's stuck in this, floating in the Phantom Zone with with um with his urges, I guess, right? And he doesn't know why they did this. He doesn't see what was wrong with him with his code, because without his code, he would have been like the rest of the serial killers, right? So he doesn't see what was the point. Well, why couldn't the heroes see his point of view? um, but as he floats there, he does see someone else floating there, another Kryptonian. You know what I'm saying? God, smirking. But hey, that's where we gonna stop this this what if there. You know what I'm saying? We could continue if y'all really want a part 3. I guess where I don't know. I guess where Dexter like breaks out of the Phantom Zone. But I think this is where we gonna conclude his story. Yeah. And in this timeline, I guess Dexter, or yeah, in this world, right? I guess we're on that Earth, right? I guess Dexter was just trying to do good, man. You know, he was just misguided, and if only he didn't have, you know, the urge to kill things, he could have probably been a cool hero in this. But anyway, how did y'all think? I know I kind of rushed it towards the end or throughout this video, but I have so many other what ifs to do, and I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying, take as long as I did with this. So let me know how y'all feel about this what if. I will combine it together to make a full movie, or for a video, I guess, for a story, right? But how did y'all feel about it? How did y'all feel about this story, this outcome? Did y'all see different? Let me know. I'm always open for conversation in the comments, right? And also, what more what if y'all would like me to do, man? I'm new to this, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Send in the comments, just, hey, what if Goku blah 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 right? But yeah, I got like a few more what ifs that will be popping up. Some what ifs will have parts to them, like part 1, part 3, part 2, whatever, and some will just be that what if. You know what I'm saying? Just a theory. Bam, there we go. Vid. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to post these a little faster. You know what I'm saying? A little more faster, not let y'all wait a whole few weeks, like for this video, or movie, depending on if I keep this in that part too. Anyway, yeah, peace.